Hey guys, I'm Chris Norwood. I'm on a journey to hear every song ever recorded, and this is going to be my second update on my journey to hear every song ever. I just wrapped up my listening project with Bob Seger, and I'm moving on, and it looks like another artist that's in my list that's come up in my top 230 artists, which I just kind of picked, who I listen to the most. It's going to be Hank Williams Jr. I've already done Hank Williams the third, which is very, very interesting. And I've kind of grown up with Hank Williams Jr. and Sr. in my parents' house. Actually, my parents even listened to some Hank the Third when he was still doing the classic country stuff. But I am, I did my first update video with Bob Seger because I was a little bit confused by the Bob Seger system stuff, the Silver Bullet Band, the solo, but I got all that figured out. Now, it looks pretty clear on which albums to do by Hank Williams Jr. But oh my goodness, it looks like there's 53 studio albums, and I'm just at a complete loss as to how I'm going to do this. I think he's got about, if my projections are right, it looks like the last time I updated my list for my favorite artist, it looked like he had 370 studio tracks, and I liked 19 that I knew of. So he's he's 5.13%. He's my 183rd favorite artist right now, but I guarantee you, listening to 53 albums, I'm going to find a lot because he's really great. He is one of the greatest country singers of all time, and I guarantee you I'm going to find a lot to enjoy from 64 to present. Just insane. Prolific. I mean, I'm just looking at the 60s output is crazy. The only person on my list that has a crazier discography than Hank Williams Jr. is going to be Johnny Cash. Johnny Cash is insane. Let's see. Johnny Cash has 835 songs. I'm never going to be able to listen to all of Johnny Cash. But I'm looking at Hank Williams Jr. and I'm excited, but I think I'm going to have to break this up into chunks, maybe take a break, listen to some rock and roll, listen to some pop, listen to some jazz, listen to some classical, because my goodness, 53 albums. Even if they're just like, I don't know. There's got to be more than 370 songs here. There's got to be at least 500, man. I don't know. I'm overwhelmed. I have started listening to his debut, Your Cheatin' Heart. Actually, that's his second. But gosh, there's just so much. There's so much. Hank Williams Jr. sings the song of Hank Williams. I actually did start with that one in '64. And he had a duets album originally. But man, I don't even know what to say. Like I said, this is the most prolific discography I've ever seen. From Your Cheatin' Heart down to It's About Time, which I have already listened to It's About Time back when it came out in 2016. I believe his last 3 or 4 albums I've listened to. I do remember the Almera Club recordings. That was with the F Word. That was pretty cool. Extreme Country and Big Top Women and America Will Survive. But man, wow, there's just so much, and I don't really know what to do, but it's, hey, it's more music to listen to. So, been doing a lot of rock and roll, so it's going to be nice to listen to some really good classic country music, and I'm excited about it, but my goodness, there's so many. In just the 60s, it looks like he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 albums in the 60s. Looks like he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the 70s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 in the 80s. My goodness. In the 90s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh man. And then 2000s. He's starting to slow down in the 2000s. You got 1, 2, 3, and then in the 2010s you got 2. So far, well, now we're in the 21s. But man, this is just, oh man, I have not seen. I've listened to about 200 entire discographies of studio albums, and I haven't seen anything like this. I thought that Cheap Trick was a little bit hard to get through. And who else had a pretty massive? Elton John. It took me so long to do Elton John. He had, I think, 33 studio albums, and that took a while. Hank Williams Jr. has 20 more than that. This is going to take me, this is going to take a while, because I got other stuff going on. I got work, I got a toddler, I got a dog, I got nerd stuff to do. I got like reading books and playing guitar, my music career, my YouTube career. Oh man, oof. I just don't know. I'm flabbergasted. 53, and that might not even be all of them. 53 studio albums. It's unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. Just album after album after album. Let's just talk a little bit about Hank Jr. while we're here. Born in 49. Randall Hank Williams, known as Bocephus. He was named after a puppet. He's got a bunch of, he's got a lot of kids. He's got Hank III, Holly Williams, Hillary Williams, Sam Williams, and the late Catherine Williams Dunning. He does rock, blues, and country. Oh my gosh. Controversial comments. Plays a lot of instruments. If you don't know, he plays guitar, bass, upright bass, steel guitar, banjos, keyboards, harmonicas, fiddles, saxophone, dobros, drums, and piano. And I gotta go, guys, because I've got 53 albums to listen to. Let's do some math real quick. Say they're pretty short. Country albums are usually pretty short, maybe 20, 30 minutes, and then you're out. A lot of like 8 to 10 tracks. So let's say each album has 10 tracks. I haven't done detailed research. My numbers say he's got 370 songs. That sounds low to me for him to have 53 albums. So say he's got 530 songs, 3 minutes apiece. Oh my goodness. It's going to be like 27 hours of Hank Williams Jr. Man, I don't know what to do. I guess I just got to go listen to it. I like to crank the music up while I'm cleaning the house, driving to work. Actually, when I'm driving to work and driving home, the commute, I actually prefer to not do my listening projects in the car. But this might need commute time. I drive about 20 minutes to work, 20 minutes home. So, man, I could knock out maybe an album or two commuting. Clean the house each week. Maybe twice a week. Oh, man. How am I going to do this, guys? I'm on a journey to hear every song ever. And I think just doing Hank Jr.'s discography is going to just knock a whole bunch of songs off my list. This is crazy. I'm going to have an even bigger problem with Johnny Cash. Where to begin? Where the heck to begin? A lot of this stuff you can't even find. Some of these, looks like some of these 60s albums might be hard to track down. on YouTube or Spotify. Definitely not all on Spotify. So I got to find a way that I can listen to large amounts of Hank Williams Jr. and Johnny Cash without going broke. So if you have any suggestions for how to do that, I would appreciate it. My gosh, I guess I'm going to go listen to some Hank Williams Jr. now before returning to your regularly programmed stuff where I listen to pops and rocks and countries and raps and stuff. Like and subscribe.